Okay.
Let me.
Soon. Have you been wandering, checking out the the little headquarters?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Not sure. Everything seems kind of barren and empty, so
Yep,
not
correct.
much to
That
look
is
at.
our hub world. Yeah.
It kind of starts a little bit more barren than what it becomes because, for example, there's a lot of glass shelves that will fill up with
Yeah, I saw
evidence and stuff
that.
like
Yeah,
yeah. So there's an upstairs area for leisure, tossing basketballs and stuff like that. Downstairs, you can look at like some photos that we've taken. You can see examples of the various equipment that you'll eventually unlock, stuff like that. It's basically just kind of a place for people to have sort of a hub to interact with as they're waiting for the game to get started, that kind of thing.
gotcha. Wait, so how
All
do
right.
I throw the basketball? Figured out how to pick it up.
G.
Ah,
So you're going to want to hit spacebar to go to the menu. You're going to want to pick
oh.
multiplayer.
Yep, on multiplayer.
Join private game.
Join private game.
4,
4,
1,
1,
3,
3,
8,
8,
4,
4,
9.
8.
Oh, it happened.
Oh,
Okay.
there it is.
Looks like I'm in.
Oh, it's another white girl.
We're all white girls. That's fine. Ooh, he picked the hot one. There's two of me now.
Oh God, there's 3. I forgot there was a third white girl model.
You're Asian, aren't you?
I don't know. I keep calling her
You
Indy
look
Hart.
kind of Asian.
You look
Yeah.
kind of Asian.
Yeah, I keep calling her Indy Hartwell, which I'm pretty sure Indy Hartwell in real life is quite mixed. So,
Well, she's pretty
Yeah, there
too,
you
but
go.
the redheads are the hottest ones, as usual.
hang on. I'm gonna pull up what is Indy Hartwell's heritage here. Wikipedia will know. It knows everything.
It does.
Probably like 50% Asian.
Let's see. Well, she's Australian.
Oh.
So
Chilean
Yeah,
and Chilean and Italian. So Latino and white.
Wow. Well, I just realized Pink isn't the same character as me. She looked similar at first glance. Let me take a look.
you said Chilean?
I'm not that obsessed with Warhammer. Shut up. Chilean.
Chilean.
Chilean,
and
okay.
Italian.
I was like, what is that? What you call people from Thailand? I thought you just called them Thai.
Thai.
Okay. So obviously we can now all share the hub world and we can all dick around here.
Oh, we can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
there you guys are.
Because we haven't loaded into a level, you're still the exact same character model as Mike.
Ow.
Oh, he is.
Good
Okay,
word.
I wasn't sure. Yeah, on the
So
menu
you're
it was.
both the redhead chick. Good lord, I'm ghost hunting with twins.
Man, I've got a weak throw.
Yeah, our
Oh,
characters throw very poorly. It's hilarious.
It's terrible. You know what? While you throw, I'm gonna let the cat in the litter box room.
All right. Yeah, for some reason the basketball is actually the most difficult thing to get any air on.
Okay.
And
Okay,
yeah,
I'll
as
play
you
beanbags. Fuck.
did you get it on first try?
No.
Oh.
I like threw it off the side. Oh, that was
Oh.
decent.
Pfft.
Oh, that was
Well.
close. Oh,
Oops, there goes
damn
the
it,
ball I
so
tried to
close.
throw. Yeah, these are tricky.
Damn it, I'm getting so close.
I guess it's a good way to test your
Shit,
character's
too
aim,
far.
though. Fortunately, we don't need to aim very much in this game. Not when throwing, at least. That's the good thing. A lot of item placement, but not a lot of throwing.
Ah, so close. I'm gonna get it, I swear. Damn it. Yeah, I got one.
You got one? I don't remember if they were difficult in real life. To me, it feels like they were. I never played
Yeah,
many
no,
beanbags.
they're pretty difficult.
Okay.
Well, it depends how far away you are.
Oh, yeah.
The ring tosses are a little bit harder, though, for sure.
Yeah, I just tried 4 of them, and I didn't get a single one.
Damn it. You can like look at the bean bags. I got like
I
it was
return.
very precise, but not very accurate.
Hey, Alex, we're Just enjoying leisure while we waited for you.
Yeah. Okay. Should we turn off all the 8 million pieces of gear, super high level gear, for pen?
Yeah, because otherwise, yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be kind of it'll distort the experience by starting out with all the expert level shit. He'll get used to it, and then he'll be screwed going back to the basics.
Well, there's also. Do we want to like turn back the gear back to the tier 1 stuff?
That's what I'm
The-
saying. Yeah, I thought
the
that's
qu-
what you meant.
Okay. Yeah. This core stuff. Let me turn it back to the tier 1 stuff, because oh boy.
How do you do that? I didn't know that you could change the tiers.
You gotta go back into the item shop, click on them, then go into that page, and then click on the tier 1 versions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, while you're doing that soon, this is what that looks like.
Wait, what?
This is what that
Yeah,
looks
yeah. I noticed you like bending your back,
like.
and I was like,
Our
Yeah,
characters just have bendy spines.
they really do.
just like looks like we're the ones that are possessed.
Yeah,
Well,
we've definitely said that.
Like, I'm the only one in our group who's seen Futurama, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Far
I've seen the sad clip.
Well, yes, of course, everyone's seen the dog episode, but nonetheless. All right, Tanglewood, the tutorial level for all intents and purposes, and the tier 1 cruddy fucking gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It takes a while of playing and amassing experience, which is the same as the money that you get at the end of a hunt and or an investigation, I should call it. And over time, you'll unlock the higher quality gear, and we just decided that it's probably best not to use that right away because it really sucks to start with the best gear and then go down to the shittiest gear. It's really a
Yeah,
step
no, that
backwards.
makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Ooh, glow
Okay.
stick.
So,
Yep.
we are given the core pieces of gear. Each of these pieces of gear, except the flashlight, gathers a particular evidence type. The UV stick is for detecting when the ghost has physically touched something in the world. Now, in this game, sadly, it does not leave such evidence anywhere. Only on pieces of glass, windows, doors when it shuts or opens a door, and light switches when it flips a light switch. And you'll want to shake the glow stick and then go up and shine the glow stick on that object to look for a handprint or a fingerprint.
Gotcha.
That's one
Also,
evidence type.
We don't currently have it now for some reason, but you can put down salt, and if the ghost steps in the salt, if you're quick, you can run over there with a glow stick and possibly see glowing footprints.
I thought you wanted me to
I
set him
see.
up with the basic shit.
Yeah, I just meant basic level.
Yeah,
I
Mike,
didn't mean
let's
only
take it easy here.
No.
Too many steps.
Now, pretty soon after a few hours of this, we'll be able to make iron equipment. So be
Yeah.
prepared for that.
We'll have our castle. We've got a trebuchet up there that shoots at any ghosts that come nearby.
Yeah, go ahead, continue, Alex.
Each of us has 2 dogs and also one, like, what's like a Conan woman with enormous boobs.
All right.
All right. What else? So let's see. Let's grab this flashlight.
Yeah, you can carry 3 items at a time,
The flashlight
Is the
doesn't give any evidence types, it's just for seeing.
which does help.
Lame.
It's important for you. Me and Mike both know this map by like the back of our hands, so we can probably get by just rubbing our dicks on the walls in the dark.
Yeah, the 2 of us will be fine on this one. Some maps, no. This one, yeah.
That is dots. Like the UV, you are trying to... So, okay, each of the evidence types, every ghost, there are 24 ghosts, and 23 out of the 24 ghosts have 3 evidence types that will work on them, and the other 4 out of the evidence types won't. And that's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, when you go into an investigation, the ghost type is random. It's always a random choice out of the 24, and each one will leave 3 types of evidence. The goal is to try and figure out what those 3 types are, mark that ghost in your journal, and then leave to get paid.
So only X amount of ghosts will actually leave the UV fingerprints on doors or on light switches.
Gotcha.
Only X
Does
amount
it
of
give you
ghosts.
a list of like? Does it give you a list of which?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Silly me.
Okay.
Press J.
J. Oh,
okay. And the tab you really want to go to is the one at the top labeled evidence. You want to click on that one.
Okay.
Now you see these checkboxes up here. These are the 7 evidence types. If you get one, you want to click on it and check it, and it will eliminate any ghosts that don't have that evidence type.
Okay.
Similarly, you can check it a couple of times to cross it out if you know that we do not have that type of evidence, and that will also similarly rule out the ghosts that do have that type of evidence.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. That
So
makes
you
sense.
want to go
Yeah.
through with setting the evidence types until you can refine it down to just one ghost.
Okay.
The advanced stuff is that the ghosts also have different behaviors beyond the evidence types. Some of the ghosts are more aggressive, some are more passive, some move in weird patterns. But we'll get to that when we get to that, trust me.
Yeah, that's advanced stuff. Actually, I'm not very good at that, to be honest. Alex is the really good one at that.
Yeah,
All
Pink's
right.
somewhere in the middle. Pink's good on some ghosts and other ghosts. I think Pink's also really underrated at it. You highlight me, but it's usually just that I speak faster because I'm more dumb, and so empty box rattles more, as the proverb goes.
I think generally it comes down to it takes a lot of good memory to keep track of all those ghost behaviors and so forth. And of course, my memory's the worst out of all of us.
So let's see. You're gonna scroll wheel to go through the stuff you got in your hands, and you effectively have
Yep.
3 hands, as we say. So you've
Yeah.
taken the dots projector, the glow stick, and the flashlight. Those are all good choices.
Just to be
Alright.
specific, what you do with the dots projector is when you toss it on the
Right click.
floor or
Yep,
you
there you
hold
go.
it. Alex, you can vote how you want, but I found that the dots projector is best to like place on top of a countertop or whatever and point it at a wall. And what will happen is some ghosts, if the ghost has that type of ability to set off the dots projector, if you're watching those dots, the green dot array that's spread against the projected onto the surface, you will sometimes see the silhouette of the ghost pass through them. The dots will distort in the shape of the ghost.
It'll do like a predator shimmer almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can like set it up like that.
You can
Yes.
press G to throw it, and it won't let you do this in the truck, which bugs me because it makes it really inconvenient to learn. But once you're actually in the house, you can also press the F key to deliberately place it. Like, let's say in Sims, you'd place a piece of furniture. You can do that by pressing holding the F key to deliberately place
okay.
it, and not just clumsily throw it like a fucking
Yeah,
barbarian.
you can kind of like
Cool.
mount it on where your cursor is.
The
Okay,
same thing can
great.
be done with the book and the camera. Those can also be mounted like that.
Okay.
The
right,
rest of
so
these,
let's
they
go with-
vary in significance. The book, you just put it down, the ghost will either write in it or it won't. It's pretty simple.
Okay.
If it won't, it will likely throw it at some point, and that's how you know that the ghost will not be a writing type of ghost.
Yeah, if the
Okay.
ghost just chucks the book without writing in it first, then it's not a writing ghost. The
Mhm.
camera, this one's real simple. This one I can, well, actually, it won't work. Hang on. Don't get out of the truck, but I'm about to do this.
Are you gonna just put it down for the monitor?
Yes. So I'm going to throw the camera down just on the ground here. Oh, I didn't set it.
Oh,
you
yeah,
gotta turn
Okay,
it on.
whatever. Yeah, you can now see how it works. Once you hit the mouse button to turn it over, hit the mouse at the computer and you can see my perspective with this camera now that I'm holding it. And
You'll get it. It's fine. Gotta learn the controls.
yeah, literally, you're
Oh,
there you
gonna
go.
literally click on the mouse. As funny as that
Okay,
is.
I was
I
I
was
thought
taking
you
me a
meant
second,
I
like,
just click on the monitor, but yeah, I see now.
And you can click on the keyboard to turn on and off night vision.
And there you go.
Yep.
Night vision can
makes
make it
sense.
easier or harder to see things, and depending on where the
On this
camera is
crappy
placed.
camera.
Yeah, on the the camera, everything gets significantly better the higher equipment you get.
Yeah, the
And,
better cameras, the night vision improves significantly in quality to the point where it kind of doesn't make sense to have it not in night vision.
Right.
Gotcha.
The camera is good for picking up ghost orbs. You will see them floating, just kind of like little dots, just floating, kind of
Little
in the background when you
snowballs.
place basically little tiny floating snowballs.
Okay.
And
Sweet.
these last 3, the thermometer is exactly what you would expect. You walk into a room and
yeah,
the little mercury
it
moves
goes
up or
cold.
down.
Right.
If it goes below 0 Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit, then you have freezing temps, and only certain ghosts cause freezing temperatures.
Are there any ghosts that cause hot temperatures, like the demon or something?
Nope.
No, you'd think so,
Oh.
but no.
As a general rule, the coldest room in the house is the room that is the ghost's favorite room, where they hang out most of the time. But only a few ghosts will cause its favorite room to drop below 0 Celsius.
Okay.
Right. The general rule when you're walking around, and this is harder on the lowest quality thermometer, unfortunately, because it changes your temperature so slowly.
It's crappy
But,
mercury.
Yeah, exactly. Generally speaking, when you first go into an investigation, house, building, whatever, you try to eliminate what the coldest room is, even if it's not freezing. If there's one room, and there always is, if there's one room that's about 10, 15 degrees colder than all the rest, there's a good chance that that is the ghost's primary room, the ghost room, the haunting room, etc.
Favorite.
And that's, yeah, the favorite room. And that is generally where you want to kind of centralize all the equipment to try and figure out that, okay, we know where the ghost probably is, now let's figure out which ghost it is. Now, while the ghost can leave its room at any point, the favorite room, as Alex said, is almost, the ghost generally spends 2/3 of its time in there.
Okay.
And those
Gotcha.
last two, the one that looks like a Geiger counter, that is the EMF.
Yeah.
You turn it on.
Electromagnetic phenomenon. Well, I guess that'd be EMP. What's the F stand for? I never thought of that.
Frequency.
Frequency.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it tries to detect the
I've
electromagnetic
watched way
frequency.
too many of these ghost hunting shows.
Yeah, it tries to detect the electromagnetic frequency. Only some ghosts will cause the bar to go up to 5 without physically manifesting and trying to kill you. All the
Yeah.
ghosts will cause it to go up to 5 when they try to kill you, but only some ghosts will cause it to go up to 5 when they aren't trying to kill you, when they just throw something or just start singing or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, EMF 5 is a one of the potential ghost evidence types, and because, yeah, as Alex was saying, only some ghosts will make it go to EMF 5 when the ghost is not in its aggressive attack you state.
I see. And then this last one, what is that? Is that like
That is the
Bro?
spirit box. That is for
spirit box.
communicating with the other world.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Yeah, you go ahead, Alex.
that one, you have to turn it on, then you have to use the in-game voice chat by holding the V key. Like so, behold as I chat in-game.
Okay, I can't do that because I don't have my mics fixed with my computer.
That's fine.
Someone else can always do it.
Yeah, Addie's the same way. Usually anyways, it's I'm usually one that's eager to take it in first. Sometimes Pink will do it. Mike, for you it's more of a last resort, Mike, but nonetheless you get pretty good results with it.
Yeah, you and I, well, we get better results with the higher quality one, of course, but
Yeah.
generally speaking, that's one of the last items I tend to use. I favor that one of the least.
See, and I'm like, I use it first because I got killed once for using it too late.
Right,
But-
yeah.
So I learned my lesson. You only learn directly.
Yeah, it's funny how our evidence, our choice equipment is shaped a lot by our personal experiences, including
Yeah,
deaths.
So yeah, the
And,
spirit box, all I've got to say for it is once you've turned it on and using it, you need to be in the ghost general vicinity, which can be a little bit rough sometimes, as the ghost sometimes will wander out of its favorite room and dick around somewhere else in the house.
Uh-huh.
And on top of that, this low quality, crappy spirit box, this little baby monitor, there is a very high chance the ghost just won't answer you. Just because it's the crappy baby monitor spirit box.
And there are certain phrases
I'm
you
getting
have
a strong
to ask
feeling
it,
we
such
need to
as-
get in the house before he loses his attention span.
Sorry, no, I'm good. I'm good.
It's also worth noting that we're giving you a lot of information right now, but after just a few trials, like you'll really pick up on everything. Like Alex and soon got like right away.
Yeah.
Once you
Okay.
actually get in there and try
Man, I was
executing
really
stuff.
quick with that. If I already figured it out.
With what? Everything?
Nothing. You
Oh.
you just call Pink soon instead of yeah.
Oh, yeah,
see, there I
that's-
go. Add more
I
than one
still-
person to a game, and I'll fuck them up.
I still haven't figured it out.
Joe and Alexandria, they're really good at this.
Okay, Mike,
I mean, Soon
which of
and
us should,
Addie.
which of us,
Go ahead.
one of us is gonna be stuck with only one piece of gear. Well, I guess you and I can split.
It doesn't matter. I'll go with the thermometer since that's going to be the slowest, and so therefore probably the least interesting. I'll just roam around checking temps while you guys do more exciting stuff.
I'll take spirit box and book. No, yeah, I'll take spirit box and book. So.
Okay. Oh,
You
should
go
we
ahead.
explain the sanity over here?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. I was looking at that I was like going down to 98%. Yeah, they're right
So-
It'll kind of waffle. Yeah, go ahead,
It's-
Alex.
You're not actually going down. You cannot lose sanity if you're outside of the building.
right.
What's going on there is that the sanity meter was built by the developers to be inaccurate, and so the number waffles.
Uh-huh.
Now, when you spend time in the dark, that causes gradual decline of sanity. When the ghost does something, it throws an object, it shows up in front of you, it runs up and touches your butt, anything like that, that causes a bigger sanity decline of about 10%. If you see a bigger decline than that, you should mention that because that is important. But as a general rule, the number is important for two things. For one thing, the lower your sanity, the more active the ghost is. And the other thing that is important is that for fuck's sakes, is that most of the ghosts, once the team average gets below 50%, the ghost will start trying to kill.
The majority of ghosts.
The majority of ghosts are like that. There are a few that break the rules in different ways. There is only one ghost in the entire game. Out of the entire 24, there's only one ghost that pays attention to individual sanities and ignores the average.
Okay.
Similarly, there are only a couple of ghosts that will be able to hunt you and kill you at a higher average threshold than 50, meaning at about, 80 for demon?
Yeah, 80 or 70. Yeah, I think it's about 80 for demon, and then 75 for Thay, and then a couple more, but we don't need to get into that just now.
Yeah. Generally speaking, you just kind of want your sanity not to fall too much below 50. You want to try and keep it at 50 or above if you can. And unfortunately, at the moment, we can't do that because we don't have sanity pills right now, sanity meds. But that's something that we can get later.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
And then
activity
I
chart.
see you can
that is a map of the
like,
building.
floor plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like there's only 2 floor plans.
Yep.
Yes.
This is one of the 3 smallest maps in the game.
Yeah. And while we don't expect you to know where it is, the green electric icon on the map, that is where the fuse box of the map is. Every map has a fuse box, and because Alex and I know this area really well, we'll be able to go right to it and turn it on. If it's off, that means obviously the lights are off.
This is as much worth mentioning for Mike as it is for Soon. On any difficulty except easy, as soon as you walk into the house, the fuse box is turned off, and you can't hit any of the lights in the house until somebody goes and turns the fuse box on. But because we're on easy difficulty, the fuse box is on by default.
Right.
Okay.
The ghost can turn it off, but most of the ghosts don't do that very frequently.
Mm-hmm.
And the activity chart entirely irrelevant until we get that piece of equipment.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. All right, and yeah, activity.
The activity is a bar graph of the ghost's general, activity.
As a general rule, most of this is pretty advanced, but if you see it hit 10 on the chart for longer than a second or two, that means the ghost is trying to kill.
Gotcha.
Yeah, when the ghost, you'll see Alex and I say hunt. The hunt is when the ghost has entered its phase where the front door will lock. You cannot exit the building. You'll have to either try and find a place to hide or do what you can to run away from the ghost. Given as slow as our characters are, that's usually not feasible, so you want to try and find a place to hide, generally before the ghost starts the hunt.
Yes. On this map, the recommended spot to hide is usually inside closets if you can find them.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, the last 2 things to say were, Mike, you should probably pick up the EMF. Me and Soon both have full hands.
All right.
And before you can enter the building, you need to grab the house keys off this little hook here.
Oh.
As long as someone's got it, then we're able to enter the house.
Yeah. As long as one of us have it, everyone can open the front door. There have been a couple times, though, where we've been all kitted up and geared up and ready to go, and we got a plan, and we're like, charge! And we all hit the front door.
Go!
Yeah, we start wiggling at the front door like,
Looking like complete asshole paranormal investigators.
How do you open the door?
So this game has weird door opening. You have to left-click on it and then drag in the direction where you want the door to open.
Yeah, you're kind of acting as a hand.
Okay. And you'll want to find the light switch to every room and turn them on.
Which I will start doing for you guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You turned it on with your mouth because you're a fucking barbarian.
If you have...
How do you open the closet doors? Is it the same way?
Same mechanic.
Where are you?
Alex is spirit boxing right now. He does that right away. That's
kind
of it.
I do, but with this little crappy rinky-dink spirit box, it'd be a waste of my time to be doing it from the jump.
Kind of.
I'll look for orbs instead with the camera.
All right. And, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, soon, just take your time. Just get a feel for things. If you have any questions. Don't expect any really dramatic results right away. This is a kind of learn by doing sort of game.
Not only that, but the crappy tier 1 gear is effectively, all of it is built to not yield results from the jump.
It's pretty bad, yeah. You have to kind of check
bad.
A lot of stuff.
It's really friggin' bad. Also, I should go ahead and say, this is important. If you set on these small maps, if you turn on more than 9 lights, you will blow the fuse box and someone has to go and turn it back on.
Oh, okay. So no more lights then.
You probably won't remember the number specifically. Generally speaking, I just kind of try and say, okay, well, if I'm not going to be in that room too much, just turn the light off. Like just
Yeah.
trying not to keep more than like half the lights in the place on. You'll probably be okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If not, the worst that happens is somebody just has to go hit the fuse box, which on the easy levels, that's not a problem.
No.
So I guess I will set this up here. Might be as good a place as any.
Yeah, until we know the ghost room, that's once we do know where it is, we'll want to focus on that area. But yeah, at the moment, there's nothing wrong with just putting it where
Maybe I don't think that that's actually projecting very well.
That
Green
one.
lime, Alex.
I haven't found orbs yet. I'm still looking though.
Oh, fair.
No
You
temp
said
drops yet.
like glass will show the UV.
Windows,
Yes, though I will go ahead
light
and say I
switches.
wouldn't work too hard on checking stuff thoroughly until usually the thermometer guy is the guy who's going to find the room. You usually, if you have the other gear, you're waiting on the thermometer guys to find the room.
Yeah, cold
It is
temperatures tend to be
possible
the
to
most
find the
easily-
evidence.
I just saw a drawer open.
Good chance
Right in
that
here.
good chance this is the room then.
It is a possibility. The ghost doesn't often
Yeah,
do
this drawer
stuff
just
across the
opened
map.
right in front of me.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
turned out the lights in this room just to check for ghost orbs. Ghost orbs can sadly only be seen in the dark, but I'm not seeing them for the moment, so yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I turned the light on you. I didn't even see you were there.
Nah, it doesn't matter. Let's see.
So let me try setting this up
I've set up the book.
right there.
Yep, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Until we get the
Just
better, until we get the better dots, it's really awkward to place the dots in a fine position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good.
Okay. Some of the ghosts are shy and won't answer the spirit box if somebody else is in the room. So,
Okay.
I'll check
Are
right
you
now to
here?
let you know if that's the case.
Can we help? Where are you?
Oh, I see
you
something.
friendly?
Is that you?
Can we help? Where are you?
Oh yeah, that's just you. Okay.
Are you friendly? Where are you? Can we help? Are you old? What do you want? Are you French? Okay, so far Spirit Box isn't yielding anything, but this one needs multi tries.
Yeah.
It's a hunk of fucking junk.
I'm
I'm gonna turn out the lights. I'm gonna turn out the lights as I leave, so that if anyone is in the truck, they can look for orbs.
I'll go back and check while you guys are doing that because I haven't. Here, I'll drop off my thermometer in the front door, so you can do that if you want to. So I
And
come
you
back
said
in.
with the dots that it just like flickers, or
You'll see
you'll
a
get-
silhouette walk through them.
Yeah, you'll see almost a predator shimmer walk through them, but like the dots will catch on them, as it were. Like imagine
Okay.
if the predator, imagine if the predator walked in front of like a red dot sight on a gun, right? The dot would suddenly catch on the predator's outline for a while, right?
right, makes sense.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
how basically it is.
Now, one unfortunate thing you have to learn early is that even if the ghost can give an evidence type, it won't necessarily. It has a chance to do it, but you have to spend time waiting for it to happen.
There are a couple absolutes, but dots
Like the
sadly
dots,
not
for
one
example.
of them.
Right, like the ghost can enter a phase where it can show up in the dots, but it can also
Mhm.
just not do that for a while. So it's a multiple check type of thing.
I hate to bring this up, Mike, but the master bed is shot up to 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so then I guess that means it's not the master bedroom.
Yeah, it wandered in here
so-
for a little bit. That is something you need to be careful for, is that the ghost wanders sometimes and will lower the temperature in rooms it wanders into. Possibly
Yeah,
giving
the
you a
ghost-
false alarm.
Right, right.
Gotcha.
The ghost will make things colder as it moves around, but the ghost's room will always be the coldest.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, light flicker.
Where at? Well, light
in the
flickers
living
happen
room.
regardless of the ghost. Light flickers happen regardless of the ghost.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
There's just an assumption that all the we're in England, so all the infrastructure is bad.
Mhm.
EMF bouncing up in the kitchen.
Strange. Okay, I'll go over and
Five. We have EMF 5.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Good shit. Okay, that's one of the hardest ones to get.
Yeah, I was kind of lucky on that one.
Let me
I
see.
think it's the kitchen.
Not getting temperature drops in here, so maybe the
Really?
EMF reading was from the garage, and you just
I
happen to
don't
be
know.
because the
I was
EMF
right here.
the
Yeah,
EMF
it is
has a generous or a generous AOE sometimes.
It is like shooting above 5 and sticking to it hard. Somewhere in that area.
Garage, we are getting big temp drops. I'm gonna put it down on the.
Okay.
Okay.
I am. So there is an important sign. If your character starts breathing out, clouds of mist, cold breath, like it's the winter, that's also a fairly good sign that you've found the ghost room.
Yeah, it's a very good indicator.
Okay.
Are we getting that in the garage?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
that
yeah.
in the garage.
I just saw Soon's breath.
I'm grabbing the camera, the book, and the spirit box from the master bed, and I'm moving them over.
Yep,
Okay.
I got the dots over here. I don't know if this is a good place for them.
Let's see with the lights off. I'd say that's good.
Turn off the lights in the kitchen and the dining room.
Yeah, the ghost will almost always roam about the room that is his favorite room, so you don't necessarily have to have a certain spot, like a certain direction, just as long as you have a good coverage of the dots, like you see a good area, like a good spread, and you see them clearly, that's pretty much all you need.
So I'm looking for like handprints on the windows if it's UV.
On the car, it's not going to do it. Really,
Oh.
really, I would ignore the windows most of the time. We've had it happen a couple times, but not very much. Really, what you're waiting for is to hear the ghost, either for the ghost to turn the lights off in a room, turn the lights on in a room, or for the ghost to open or close a door. If any of those things happen outside of a hunt, then you should go up and check for if it left a UV handprint on it. The thermometer is sitting just above 0 Celsius.
Wait, what is this? Oh, is that? Oh, that's my breath.
Yes, that would be the breath.
Okay, I was like, should I turn off the light or?
It won't answer the spirit box.
Oh, there's light flicker, but
sadly that means nothing. I've been fooled by that before. Trust me. I'm gonna try and spirit box it. Are you here?
It's only when someone's alone.
Can you help?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where are you?
I'm sorry.
Are you
Okay.
here?
Yeah. At the moment, we just
Are
gotta
you near?
kind of wait for things to show up.
I
heard it. Spirit box.
Yep, I got an answer on the spirit box. That is very good. That's another difficult one to get.
Yeah, especially at this level.
So, Soon, where are you?
I am in the living room. So
Okay.
spirit box EMF level 5, which means spirit, wraith, or the twins.
Right.
Well, out of those three, none of them are particularly problematic, really. The twins, yeah, we'll deal with that in time, but...
just to give more information, based on what we do have, we can rule out ultraviolet and orbs.
Yes, that's another thing you can do with that evidence list, is if you check, you can then go through and check the other evidence types, and if they refine it down to nothing, then you know that evidence type isn't worth checking for anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, don't need to waste bothering.
So if the dots show up, then it's definitely wraith.
Yes.
Correct.
And if it writes down in the book, it is definitely a spirit, and if we get below 0 Celsius temperatures, it is definitely the twins.
Okay.
Or below 32 Fahrenheit, but on this thermostat, I find it more convenient to look on the Celsius side, because that's one of the few upsides of Celsius. Okay.
Right. I have no equipment on me, by the way, which is fine. I'm just letting you know that I have nothing to test myself.
Oh yeah, well you can tell that you and me are more built for the higher amounts of gear, because we both are like of the mentality like I can't go in empty-handed.
So if there's any ghost writing, then it's definitely spirit.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're just basically checking for dots or ghost writing, and if either of those trigger, we know who it was.
Right. We've narrowed down 2 of the 3, so at the moment we just need 3. And the ghost has been unusually quiet. It may be because it's beginner level, but just so you know, it's often more active than this.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting started on a very, very passive ghost.
That is also very randomized, I should note.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's not like the ghost has a characteristic, and if it's acting like peaceful, you kind of can guess what ghost it is?
No, there'll be characteristics about the ways in which they would be peaceful or the ways in which they would be aggressive. Oh, there we go. There's a behavior.
I got it. I got the keys.
But, like, for instance, one of the ghosts is generally regarded as a more peaceful ghost, can still have it set to be random, whether it's more aggressive or more passive. Why'd you turn the lights off?
I don't know. It makes it easier to like look at the dots.
Easier to see the dots.
That's true. I've never bought in on that. But I don't like to lose sanity by sitting in the dark. Personally,
I agree with that though. I actually think the dots are a lot easier to see in the dark, but that's just my personal preference.
Yeah, I guess
our sanity's. Oh, by the way, our sanity's a little bit above 80. Last I checked, just so you know.
Yeah.
I'll go check the
But like behavior, right? What I was saying, like the shade is usually thought of as one of the harder ones to catch, simply because it's set to regardless. Like it's random whether it'll be aggressive or very quiet, not very active. But regardless of what those are, the shade's unique behavioral trait is that it doesn't like to do stuff when the players are near, but it will do whatever its behavioral setting is to go wild or to be more passive. It will do when the players are not in the same room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, basically each ghost has its own distinct behavior in addition to the specific evidence types it can leave, but the general ghost behavior, such as throwing things, knocking items off of walls and stuff like that, that is more or less random.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, we
All
have
right, it
gotten
looks
some
like there
ghosts
hasn't
that
been...
we've gotten
No
some
activity. Sounds like he was looking at the ghost activity. Sounds like it's
Yeah, it looks like nothing has happened for a while now.
Yeah.
that doesn't
Just
surprise me with how
flatlined.
quiet it's been.
But just to like make the example fully clear so it's not entirely confusing, like when you look at like the book The Demon or the Oni, by all means you would anticipate being a very aggressive ghost because like, well, hell, they're called Demon and Oni. And yet we've had demons and Onis that were highly aggressive, highly active, and we've had demons and Onis that just kind of sat there and did nothing.
Yeah, for example, a demon has the possibility of starting a hunt and going after you to kill you at a high sanity threshold, but it doesn't always do that. It just can. So we've had matches where we were in the game looking around for, I don't know, 15 minutes, and only then did we learn it was the demon when we figured out its evidence. There have been other times where we walked in and like Alex in particular, got killed within just like a couple minutes once, and that's
Yeah.
how we knew that,
Wow.
it's the demon and it was aggressive today.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's the game's actually got a lot of different things to keep track of, and you really just kind of absorb them with time. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If we start to go on too much, just stop listening. And this is the part where you say, "Oh, that happened long ago."
Yeah, I already have. What are you talking about?
What did you say, Mike?
Little flickers. Yeah, I don't know. Who are you? I'm not even listening to you.
That's enough out of you, Pink.
Yeah, Fred.
Hello,
It's good-
faces.
All right, so I guess there's not really much to do except just stare at these two things, right?
Yep, if we had better gear
Sadly-
and we had more gear, then we would have already got this done quite a while ago, but this is the tier 1 gear. You work with it. And
Yeah,
sometimes
kind
it
of a
don't work
trade-off.
with you.
Yeah, sometimes you'll have matches where you get, especially on higher difficulties and with certain settings, there are matches where you get killed, like, immediately as you enter the house, like, literally. And that can be good or bad. The contrast is you have matches like this where nothing's really happening, which also in its own way can be good or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
Alex,
say, as someone who on this very same map, literally at one point, I walked in, was like, I'm going to go ahead and throw some salt down on the carpet. Like, within a second of me entering the doorway, put down some salt, it is immediately stepped in, and my brain turns off for a second, like, oh, did I do that? No, wait, only the ghost can step in, snap.
Yeah, dead. Yeah, literally. I was outside watching. It's like you put down salt, the door shut, and like before I could even say anything, you were getting strangled to death.
Yeah.
So do the dots still work if I just like walk around with them, or do they have to be set up?
Yes.
Yes, these
The-
dots
yeah,
these
they'll
dots do. These are the higher quality dots. The only
The
downside
higher quality
dot-
ones are stationary, but they cast a much bigger range.
It's a much bigger range.
Yeah, significantly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's no
Yep.
point to walking around with those because you just leave them in the center of
No,
the
there
room
literally isn't.
and they cover as much space.
Yeah, they did a really good job of making every tier upgrade for pretty much every item in this game be substantial.
Though Pink gets really bitchy about the upgraded thermostats.
I don't know why that is. I still don't get that.
It's because they make him press the button again, and he
That's
hates
ridiculous. He has to press buttons for every other action in this game. That's so silly. He's just being like, what's the word? Stubborn. Just
But-
for the sake of it.
That. The dots, okay. The dots are a really annoying one because ghosts that have the dots are most of the time in a normal.
Oh,
Hello
This
there.
is a ghost event.
is that flickering supposed to signify that they're like my dots are flickering?
Yeah, you're not.
That is not a.
all
go
the
ahead,
text should
Alex.
all the text should flicker. If
In other words, what you were saying soon, that was not a dot specific thing. That was the ghost just did an event. Basically, the ghost manifests itself during an event and tries to kind of mess with you, and that will make your equipment screwy, but it won't necessarily give evidence or kill you at that time.
Okay.
It's basically the ghost kind of like making itself shown and kind of messing with you, lowering your sanity a little bit.
Gotcha.
The dots will be the dots will be a more clear cut, like nothing else will be going on, but you'll just see something pass through them. Oh,
why?
I'm just walking around with the dots.
Oh, it's fine,
It's
Alex.
a lot
The
easier to
laundry
see.
room's lit up.
I'll sit in the laundry room then. But
I can't believe you're being that scared of sanity drops. Come on.
so the dots, the ghost, even if the ghost has the dots evidence type, is most of the time set to not appear on dots. If you shine the dots over them, you won't get to see it. But for a fraction of the time, the ghost is in dots mode, as the wikis call it, which is kind of inelegant, but whatever, it works. During which time, if the dots happen to glance over it, then it will get the predator shimmer, like I said. It's throwing wrenches around now.
Basically, okay, it's getting a little bit more active. That's good. Our sanity's still at about 80.
Yeah, I figured.
High 70s.
I think mine is a little lower than your guys's.
Yeah, your average is lower, which would only be a problem if we happen to get one of the ghosts that it isn't. So that's good.
Yeah.
The activity was a 10. Weird.
Most ghost events trigger a 10.
That was after the event, though. Unless the meter's going really slow. It seems like it was. Well, yeah, I don't usually watch the sanity, or I'm sorry, the activity meter, so it probably was the event.
Yeah, there's no way.
Right now it's at a 0.
There's no way it was a hunt because the ghost literally has eyes in the back of its head. If it saw us as it was exiting the room, it would have come back and killed one of us.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing worth saying. You probably won't have to worry about this anytime soon. Because Alex and I are with you. But generally speaking, when a ghost hunt does begin, one thing to keep in mind is that if the ghost has a clean line of sight to you, no matter where you are in the location, as long as you're not outside, if you're in the location and the ghost can see you, it will come for you. So
yes.
if you know a ghost is hunting, which Alex and I will definitely let you know that it is, you'll have to just quickly try and find a place to hide or shut a door and hide behind the door, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Holy
in other words,
God.
if anyone in the... you can help it. Oh, what's that?
This camera's so bad.
We're used to all the better stuff.
Yeah, I need to change the positioning of it anyways.
Okay.
Right.
Soon, were you about to ask something?
Yeah, I was wondering why none of us were in the garage to see if anything happens.
Well, the camera can cover the dots for someone in the truck. The thermometer and the book, we don't need someone to be right there on the spot. We can come back and check those later.
It helps to be able to see them from... Okay, go ahead and explain that.
That was the hiss ball. The hiss ball is a specific kind of ghost event that can appear. A ball of mist, a ball of fog, a little ball of smoke, something or other, appears in the room and seeks out a player and goes up to ram into them. Whenever the ball makes contact, you will hear what is called a hiss, though I personally think it sounds more like kind of a sigh or something. And it will cause you to lose 10% sanity. It is significant because there is one ghost that cannot do it. The Oni cannot do it. So, if you get that ball, that immediately deconfirms the Oni. However, we already deconfirmed the Oni a while ago through evidence types. So that's really more significant on the higher difficulties where you have turned off evidence types altogether and are trying to guess solely off of behavior. Or in the situations where Oni has not been eliminated by evidence and you're really not sure on the last evidence type or two.
It's also, as a general, it's not a good thing in that it does lower your sanity by a good chunk, by that 10%, which that could, be a bad thing. It usually would be a bad thing. But again, usually the ghosts, in almost all cases, the ghosts only start getting more aggressive based on average team sanity, which for us, we're still pretty good. We're at about 75. Okay. Yeah, you are below that soon. You're at now about 55 sanity because, interestingly enough, the ghost is focusing on you today since you're the newbie, apparently.
That is noteworthy. No, we've already eliminated Banshee. Okay, never mind. It's not noteworthy.
Yeah, he's safe. As long as we get the ghost before our average starts to drop too long, because this ghost is being pretty slow.
Yeah, that's the issue, is that it's only doing ghost events, but which I guess on some level we ought to stay out of the garage so that we're not distracting it from hypothetically writing in the book.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the laundry room. I'm not gonna enter the garage. I'll just be in the laundry room and see if I can kind of.
I'll just hang out in the truck so I'm not.
That's a good idea. If it's
a hunt, then because your sanity is lower.
I think if it's a hunt, then not only can me and Mike probably handle ourselves better, but also one of us, like, it's probably better for the newbie to not die.
If nothing else, because then if you live, you'll get the rewards.
Yes.
Is there any significance to like me having missed breath while out in the truck?
No, that's only because the truck is cold.
The outdoors can never be haunted. If you get the outdoors have random weather, and if it's snowy outside, then you will get the breath outdoors. But that doesn't change
or if it's cold in general.
Yeah, that doesn't. Did you move the book?
I did not.
Then it
looks like the book's been thrown. I keep wanting to say Pink. Soon, did you happen to move the book at any point?
I did not know. So that marks out the spirit.
That should eliminate the spirit.
Yeah, so we're down to Wraith or Twins, so even if one of us dies and we decide to hedge our bets and leave, we still have a 50-50 shot, which is pretty good.
Have we seen the freezing temperature drop down?
It's sitting just above. It's sitting just above 0 Celsius. Sadly, it does this sometimes. If the ghost wanders out of the room a lot, then it won't. The ghost lowers the temperature wherever it is, and sadly, the freezing temperature ghosts won't lower it below freezing unless they spend quite a while in the room.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This is part of what's annoying with the freezing temperature ghost, especially with the lower quality thermometer. The freezing temperature can either be the quickest to eliminate on a ghost that just stands still a lot, or the slowest evidence to eliminate for ghosts that are very, that like to take a big, long jog every now and then.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
I was just gonna say, as the tech upgrades with time, the evidence types kind of get turned on their head, and some of the more awkward evidence types like EMF and Spirit Box become easier to clear, while conversely, temperatures gets not worse to clear, but it just doesn't speed up as fast as the others, so it starts to become one of the slower evidence types.
Right.
And at this difficulty level, basically, with the most basic... Okay.
That's enough out of me.
Alex is being a duck. At the most basic level of difficulty, which is what we're at, with the most basic equipment as well, basically the game gives you, like it's super passive, as you can see, which I guess is a way to help you kind of just get the ropes, learn what you're doing. Unfortunately, when you do know what you're doing, or if you're playing with people who can tell you, like, how to play, it can seem slow. The game normally isn't always this, laid back.
Yeah, right. The game's built in such a way where for new players, it's like, it's a passive inactive ghost. New players, oh, sweet. Veteran players, oh, fuck.
Yeah, for people like us, it's a boring hunt. But then again, we're coming from a hunt where we were, not a hunt, rather, an investigation. Alex and I are coming from investigations where we were getting killed, like, pretty much as soon as we enter the house.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, we don't normally. We were trying a max difficulty setting for that. That's what we were, But normally the game does not just get to a casual point where you're dying that fast. Yeah. Right. You have to pump up the difficulty for that.
Hello there. So it's time I introduce you to what we do whenever the ghost won't do anything for a while.
What Alex does.
Fast.
I sometimes think. Yeah.
See, if you've got an empty hand, you can go and grab things from the house, various props, and steal them, and take them back to the truck. There is no reason for you to do this, but I do it nonetheless to amuse myself.
Yeah, Alex started this trend. Here's a Ouija board for you, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we'll discuss the cursed objects in a future match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I figured that had something going on with it.
Oh, trust me, it does, but it's a bit advanced. We'll get to it when we get to it, because that could be very useful. Also, it can kill you.
Yes, it can. Legit.
Yeah.
Could be instant death if you're not careful.
Yes.
Like a real life Ouija board.
Yes, famously. I remember my cousin Bill. The Ouija flew directly into his arteries.
Yeah. You'll every now and then see pictures of kitty cats. My one rule is those can't be stolen because stealing pictures of people's cats makes me sad. The developer of this game had a cat who died, and I think those are pictures of the cat who died, and I just feel awful taking them. I know it's just a video game and it means nothing, but I feel guilty.
Oh, set off the car alarm again! Stupid ghost.
Where's the thermostat, by the way?
Right
I put it on
there.
The floor.
Yeah. You have to grab it and take a look, and it's probably just above 32, since it likes to do that.
Yep, just above 32.
There you go.
Well, we might eventually have to guess on this one. It's hard to say, or if one of us wants to be in long enough for a hunt, try and draw from the behavioral evidence. That's up to.
Well, even that, when you look at it, Mike, Wraith are twins.
Yeah, and we don't have salt. So.
That's two ghosts that are capable of teleportation.
We haven't. Okay, now here's the thing. Now that you mention it's twins or potentially twins, when I went in the basement and got the Ouija board, the chair down there was rocking.
And come to think of it, we did at first think it was Master Bed.
So it might be twins.
Because it was fucking around in the Master Bed. So the twins gimmick. Okay. So soon, when you read up on the twins in the actual journal, it says that there are two of them. That's a lie. The twins actually just has extendo arms. It's a single ghost with extendo arms. It can reach over to other rooms and do shit in there.
Yeah, you won't see two ghost entities if they show up. It will still have a favorite room, and only one ghost will ever roam around, but it can affect rooms further from where you see it.
The way that you can tell it's twins is if it does the extendo arms gimmick to do something in another room while it still does something in its favorite room as well. If you see shit happening in two different rooms, that means twins. And also, when it tries to kill you, it can choose to either try and kill you from its favorite room or from the room it most recently used extendo arms on. Though we're not going to be trying that one out.
All right, so do we want to just go with twins then?
I'd be in favor of it just so we don't sit on this map forever.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. I'll pick twins. So in this case, one person shuts down the truck. You press the button to get the truck started, but before you do that, you have to make sure that the correct ghost, or at least your guess of a ghost, is circled in your journal.
Yes.
Yep, I've got it circled.
All right.
And everyone has to be in the truck, which Mike currently is not.
Yeah, I'm heading in there now. Unless when you're dead, if a ghost kills you in this game, you do have the disadvantage of losing half of your potential earnings or all of the equipment you bought if you happen to be the one who bought the equipment. However, if you're dead, you do get to roam the area yourself as a ghost. You get to see like the area. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. You get to watch the ghost and see what it does and see what room it's in and that kind of stuff. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's effectively, in a way, it's a sacrifice of big money for whatever player dies, but it becomes advantageous for the whole team. Because you get eyes on the other side, for all intents and purposes.
Right. It was Wraith.
Ah, shit.
I guess it fucked me up with that rocking chair.
It probably teleported too soon, and that's probably what happened.
It might have, yeah,
that's
true.
That's the screwy thing. Like I said, we got stuck with two ghosts that can teleport.
Mm-hmm.
The Wraith is relatively similar to the twins in a sense, because the Wraith can sometimes just randomly decide during its roaming phase, instead of just walking around and doing shit, I'm gonna pick a specific player, I'm gonna teleport to them regardless of wherever they are in the map, and then I'm gonna do something there, which is probably what happened to you soon. It probably saw you in the master bed and was like, oh, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna teleport over to his ass, her ass, whatever, I'm gonna pull open a drawer now, I'm gonna go back home. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. That's probably why I saw the rocking chair, probably teleported to the basement and sat in the rocking chair.
Sadly,
we would have been able to rule out the Wraith if we had a different item that we don't currently have, which is the salt.
Yes, which, do we want to bring the full kit now that Soon's been exposed to part of it?
We can bring a little bit more, but I'd rather...
Let's do it however you want to do it, Soon.
Take it a little bit slower. So maybe add, I don't know, one new type of item, or... I don't know. What do you guys think?
The salt would be an easy one to demonstrate, but that's up to you two.
If only it were so easy.
Oh, you mean to switch the inventory?
Yes, I can either get rid of everything, or soon this game has really, really, really fucking bad inventory UI.
Mm-hmm, that's the one thing I really dislike about this game. It's very clumsy.
It's built like a shopping cart, so I have to I have to put together a shopping cart of stuff to add.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna have to give me a minute, and I can throw the salt in. Yeah. Let me get rid of all this junk.
You know, honestly, I like that you want to take it slow, Soon, because that says to me that you're taking it seriously. You're not like, oh yeah, go ahead, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, I want to get like a proper introduction to it and not just like rush into the end game.
Yes. I'm sure that's news to Alex's ears.
Okay.
Music, rather.
For some reason, the screen loaded in, and I was stuck inside Mike's head.
Really? Oh, that might be Soon's. I moved. I'm whipping a basketball.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Tanglewood as a map again, though this time, hopefully, let's get a success.
Okay. Why not?
And I have added 3 canisters of Tier 1 salt.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
Ugh,
Such a
Wha-
pathetic throw.
Why are you
it
over there
is. I love it.
making like
Wait, he's just.
making Doom guy
Why are you-
noises over there? What the fuck's going on?
That's what you do when you throw a basketball in this game because it's so feeble. Ugh, ah,
Oh.
ugh, ah,
Ugh,
ugh.
ugh,
Oh, I thought
ugh.
All right.
Looking for
Whenever. Oh, I guess we
secrets.
better ready up. What? What? Pink? What? Fred? What? Letitia?
looking for secrets, I said, continuing the Doom thing, but fuck it.
All right, I'll join up.
Oh yeah, join up. That's right.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
fine.
Oh, damn, I'm running into walls now. Mike, you need to get rid of all the stuff you brought.
Oh, why did it? Oh, it's on auto add, right?
Yep.
Okay. I guess remove. Does
Okay.
that look about right?
Yeah, it looks
Should we
good
not bring
now.
more flashlights though? At least, so at least we all. Well, no, that's true. We don't need them. We don't need them. You and I.
Yeah, we'll bring more in a little bit. For now, let's
Yeah, that's
avoid
fine.
bringing extras just so we don't have to go too double up. Even though I would like to have a second book at very least.
Why the second book specifically? Why is that one?
It takes so
Bugging
long
ya.
to interact with a single one.
I wonder though, does that double the chance of the writing, or does that just equalize the chance between the two? What do you think?
I'm thinking numerically, probably, because it treats it like a physics object that it can throw. But anyways, so yeah, Salt's gimmick is that you place it with F. If you press G, you're just gonna literally throw the canister itself, which does nothing. You place it with F. All the ghosts except the Wraith can step in it. The Wraith will float right over it. So if you set a salt in the ghost's favorite room for fucking ever, and it never touches any of the salts, then you've probably got Wraith.
Which is what would have
Okay.
helped us in the last one, because if we
Yes.
had salt in the garage that whole time and it never got stepped in, we know it was probably the Wraith.
Now here's the
Right.
really important thing. You picked up the glow stick, right? So once we find the favorite room, and you put down a little salt puddle, if the
Yeah.
ghost steps in the salt, then for the next, I don't know, 10 paces or so, it will leave UV footprints that can be got with the glow stick.
Well, it can leave UV footprints
Yeah,
if that's
if
one of its viable evidence types.
Yes, and that is by far the easiest way to get the UV evidence type, because otherwise you're stuck waiting for it to touch a door or touch a light switch, and they almost never do that.
Right.
Right.
Now, you generally have to be there at the footstep pretty quick, because
Yeah.
even if it does leave footsteps, they'll vanish after about 5 or 10 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
So, in a sense, UV becomes UV duty of watch the salt. And the moment it gets stepped in, you UV that shit. It becomes a duty for the team.
Yeah, generally,
Gotcha.
if you go in with salt, you want to also have the UV at the ready in the same handful.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a good setup then, like having the thermostat, the salt, and the UV.
Yeah, I think that's
think
a very
so.
good setup. So you're going to want to find what room has abnormally low temperatures. Me or Mike will take the video camera and we'll look for ghost orbs in the air. And the remainder out of us is going to be stuck without an object of any kind to go with, but...
That's fine. I'll keep doing it.
Okay, also,
I'll throw down the basics.
I'll take the camera and the dots. Camera and dots are a good combo, since
Yeah.
they kind of go together by nature anyways.
Right.
Uh,
Soon you might also want to grab. You might want to switch to the thermostat for the flashlight. Actually, you'll probably. Well, it depends on if we hit the lights right away, which we can. That's
I'm
yeah,
good without
on
the
easy
flashlight.
difficulty, we'll just hit the lights from the jump.
yeah, that's fine.
You
Also,
want to take the spirit
before we
box from
forget-
me?
Oh, do I? You can do it. Well,
Oh.
it doesn't matter. It seems to kind of be your thing.
Okay.
The salt though, really quick. You each salt canister, you only get 3 drops of it,
Nope,
and
this-
you generally want.
Nope, this
This one's
tier
only
one.
2.
Yep.
That's right. This one's only 2. Sorry.
You get to place
Um,
2 salt piles before the canister is empty.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
generally it's good to put them in high traffic areas, like between door thresholds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Generally, if like
Choke
Alex said,
points.
if you know more choke points, if you know where the room is.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
If you don't know where the room is and you just put them willy nilly elsewhere in the house, there's a good chance the ghost will never go over there.
Yeah, you
Okay.
don't wanna waste them. You want to wait until like we have a good idea of where the favorite room is.
Yeah,
Okay.
since they're the only item you can't really get back.
Yeah. Sadly, our dumbasses cannot just shovel it up with our fucking hands.
You'll get too many carpet fibers.
There's a patella on the floor.
Yeah,
Or is
every
that a
house
shoulder
has.
blade.
That looks kind of like a shoulder blade. Would that be a scapula? Mine is torn. I either have a torn scapula and an inflamed rotator cuff or a torn rotator cuff and inflamed scapula, one of the two. But yeah, every hunt or every location that we go into in this game will have a human bone piece, and taking a picture of it is worth money, and grabbing it and keeping it is worth money.
We don't have a
Gotcha.
camera yet, though, so we can't take a picture
Right.
of it.
Oh, it's getting kind of hot.
Then that's probably not the room.
Okay.
The room is generally the ghost room is usually at about 45 to 40 at the start of the match.
Okay.
Not always, but usually. So like if you see a room that's in the 60s, it's definitely good to just keep exploring.
Let's see.
I'm hitting the lights in the living room just to check for orbs.
All right, I'm EMFing it.
Not a bad way to find the ghost room, honestly.
The
Not
EMF,
the
yeah, without the...
garage.
All right.
Not the kitchen either. Doesn't look like it.
I have not hit the basement yet. Are there now?
I'm gonna try the basement. Because so far I haven't seen any good temperature drops.
All right. There is this area's cursed object, the quote summoning circle.
It's
I like
the
to call it a
worst
pentagram,
one.
but whatever. Yeah, each house, oh, I'm sorry, each investigation area will have a cursed object. Do you want to give a summary of that, Alex, or we don't? It's
we'll
not
wait until
important
the
now.
next one.
Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing.
Especially-
It makes no difference right now.
We'll hit them as they come up, especially this one. All I'll say is this one. If you have a lighter, then you can light all the 5 candles on the satanic pentagram. If you do that, it makes the ghost appear, and then the ghost tries to kill you. It's the worst one. It's fucking terrible.
EMF activity near the front entrance.
Really?
Yeah, as well as a thrown object. Only a 2 or a 3.
Not getting any temperature drops.
Yeah, my EMF hasn't gone up again either.
If the ghost wanders a lot, then we might be getting screwy temperature differences.
Oh, I think I'm getting temperature drops in this room.
In the baby room?
The bathroom. Bathroom.
Oh.
At least it's
I think
going
I saw
lower
my
than
breath.
it's been anywhere else in the house.
Then that's a good chance. It's never a guarantee, but that's a very good chance.
I'm waiting to see how low it drops. It's going down. It's... Oh, yep. I just got breath.
All right. This is probably the room.
I might have seen an orb. I'll have to sit and watch longer, but...
Yeah, I'll back out for you. Make it easier to see.
Okay, so I'll just put the salt right here then, right?
Alex?
For here?
Yeah, that's... Especially that tiny of a room, it's probably going to walk out fairly frequently. I can check for
how do I
orbs again.
put the salt?
F.
You duck down, and yeah, I don't know if you have to duck or not. I think I always do.
Well, you put both of them inside of each other, but whatever, we can live with this. We can live with
do
this.
that.
I'm gonna put this shit on the tub. The tub. Okay, and keep an eye out for if they fuck with it.
Oh yeah, I'll drop the temperature, I guess. Put it right.
Yeah.
Oh, it stepped in it. UV. Get the UV stick. Get the glow stick. Let's get this glow stick this shit up.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, boy.
Don't want to freak him out.
All right. What about inside the bathroom?
I see nothing.
Well, it's probably not UV then. Mike's a little
Good
more
chance
hesitant
of
with
it.
that one, but I'm pretty quick once it's stepped in the salt to say if it doesn't leave UV, then it's not UV.
I'd say I would at least peg it at a 75-85% chance. I personally just wouldn't go to 100.
Yeah, my thing is I don't want to waste time waiting forever for the UV to pop up, right?
Yeah. A general way that we play, which is just our way, you don't necessarily have to subscribe, but our philosophy is essentially test what we can, and then if we don't get immediate results, then maybe kind of move on to other objects first before we keep doing it.
Right.
Like if you don't get EMF for a while, then maybe switch to something else. But in my case, I only have EMF in the book.
Okay.
That being the case, I will leave the EMF here and go back into the truck just to give us a check.
Oh. It hit the door, setting off an EMF of 2.
Okay. That's almost surely the room, then. That's good.
Well, it doesn't look like it left an EMF handprint. The way the ghost opens doors is honestly by palming the center of the door, so that's where you're going to want to look, not the handle. Because the ghosts are fucking barbarians.
Yeah, they just
Gotcha.
shove it.
Okay.
Sanity's very good, no concerns.
Yeah, we've been in the light most of the time.
Mm-hmm,
All right,
yeah,
so
I figured.
Pretty much definitely not ultraviolet.
Yeah, I've deconfirmed
Quite
it.
likely.
So that actually does eliminate, like, I don't know, maybe 40% of the ghosts.
So I'll just sit here and watch the temperature.
If you wouldn't mind to step out, I'd like to give the ghost a good talking to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, some ghosts
for it.
want you to
Can
be
we help?
alone when you do that spirit box, and other ones don't care. You can only
Where
find
are
out
you?
in the truck. It'll tell you.
Can we help? Where are you? Spirit box.
Oh, I
Wow,
heard it.
good lord, that was quick.
That was for that type of. We've been actually pretty good with the spirit box on this low level.
So that, yeah,
There we go.
that
Spirit box.
eliminating UV plus checking spirit box. That's some pretty good. Ooh, I just saw dots right in front of me.
Okay, then
Oh.
we have for sure 2 out of 3. Alex is convinced of the third, so I mean we
Well-
don't have all 3 types of evidence, but if we roll out ultraviolet, that really trims it down.
Yeah, if you keep an eye on, yeah, it's a small boy. It's a young boy.
Oh,
And it came
I'm
up the
sitting. I had the UV
You
right.
did it exactly.
there.
You did just the right thing. That's perfect. And yes,
Yeah,
I definitely agree
nothing.
now. That's like 4 footsteps and not a single UV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't rule it out right away. Alex is a little bit more prone to do that, but by at least 2 or 3, it's like, yeah, okay, then it's probably not gonna.
So then it's just a matter of like figuring out ghost orb, EMF.
Well,
None of them are freezing temperature, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yes, we can rule out freezing temps. And
so further
that's it.
we can eliminate EMF because it's not.
Oh yeah,
Wraith.
we can.
Because it's not Wraith. If it steps in the salt, then it's not Wraith. Wraith will never
Right.
step in salt. It literally can't.
So it's either Yokai or Diogen.
Yes.
Yes.
So we are left with either ghost orbs or ghost writing.
I'll go look in the truck if you like. Watch the monitor.
Which, let's see. The ghost orbs I can just simply do right here
Yeah, that's true too.
by looking in the room. Try and get.
I'll watch with you anyway, unless Soon would want something more interesting to do. That's.
I got dots again. Yeah, if you want to look around for orbs there soon. I put the camera on the ground. Oh, did my game just crash? It did.
Oh no! What? Why?
Oh shit!
Well, no, it wasn't a crash, but I think there was a slight skip in my internet service, which caused me to be removed from the game because there was about a second where I was talking to Soon and Soon wasn't responding, and then that happened.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Well, we'll be able to make it with just the 2 of us. Let's see. I just need to figure out where your
So-
camera. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Basically, you'll be looking for.
I guess this is where my recording ends. See you later, folks.